2 minutes from now, your knife will be sharp enough to shave hair off your arm, using nothing but whatever rocks under your boot. Stick around, and I'll show you how. Yeah, you dropped $50 on that tactical sharpener. Good for you. Maybe it came with a belt clip and a paracord handle? Looks great in your gear bag, until the gear bag's back in the truck. The cell tower's dark, and you're 10 miles deep in the sticks with a blade that just bounced off paracord like a soup spoon. Now what? Now the sidewalk wins. Here's the deal. A sharp knife keeps you safer, uses less energy, and makes the difference between a fire-starting feather stick and a pile of frustration. It turns a pile of branches into a shelter before the sun dips behind the ridgeline. And yeah, a dull knife will bleed you before it saves you. People say rocks are too crude. Wrong stone, wrong angle, wrong brain. We'll fix all three, right here, right now. Why sharpeners fail and rocks don't? Here's the dirty secret. Most commercial knife sharpeners, they're hacksaws with marketing. Pull-through sharpeners, vice-lock gadgets, even some of those tactical pocket tools. They chew steel like a dog on a soup bone. Sure, they feel fast. You yank the blade through, sparks fly, and it seems sharper. But here's what's really happening. To steep an angle, most sharpeners grind. Your blade at 25 to 30 degrees, or worse. Way too thick for slicing, feathering, or fine work. That's not sharpening, that's making a wedge. Uneven edge geometry. Those preset angles, they don't match your blade. Different steels, different bevels. These tools don't care. They just rip a V into whatever you feed them. Over time, your edge gets misaligned, asymmetric, and harder to restore. Burrs without bite, cheap sharpeners leave a ragged wire edge, feels sharp for 5 minutes, then folds over and disappears. That's why your knife is dull again by the time you're done prepping tinder. No steel feedback. Stones, especially natural ones, let you feel the edge as it forms. You feel the resistance change, feel the burr roll, feel when it's time to switch sides. Machines can't teach that. They just skip straight to destruction. And let's not forget, if it breaks, jams, or stays in your truck, you're out of luck. But rocks don't care. They're free, everywhere, and have been working steel since before steel even had a name. Flint sharpened mammoth bone spears, basalt-honed bronze daggers. Riverstones maintained iron swords for centuries. It's not the tool, it's the method. You, a rock. And 30 seconds of focus will beat that overpriced pull-through every single time. Because you're shaping the steel, not just abusing it. Rocks force you to. Pick the right angle, learn your steel, work with intention, not impulse. And that's the difference between a blade you trust and one that betrays you when it matters most. Step 1. Find your stone. Look down. Skip anything crumbly, sparkly, layered, or painted up like a glitter bomb. That's quartz, mica, sandstone. Trash for sharpening. Run your thumb across it. Does it leave a streak, feel gritty, or flake apart? Toss it. You want a tight, dull grain. Think. The ugly side of a granite curbstone, a smooth chunk of river rock the size of a cheeseburger. Busted chimney brick. Yes, brick. Even a toilet tank lid. Ceramic is just fired clay. A lazy man's whetstone. Here's the test. Can you scratch it with a coin? If no, it's hard enough to work steel. That's what you want. The rock doesn't need to be pretty. It needs to bite. Step 2. Make it slick. Spit on it. Yep, spit. Nature's WD-40 keeps the stone cool, keeps the steel sliding instead of skipping, and carries away micrometal dust. If you've got water, use that, but don't overthink it. Moisture matters more than magic. Step 3. Set the angle. Lay the blade flat on the stone. Now lift the spine just enough that the edge looks like it's trying to kiss the surface. Roughly 15 to 20 degrees, think of a slice, not a scrape. If it feels too shallow, it probably is. If it feels like you're carving the rock, it's too steep. Lock your wrist. No fish flopping, you're using your elbow. Smooth, slow hinge like a farm gate. Step 4. Start sharpening. Push the knife forward, edge first, like you're slicing a super thin layer off the rock. 10 light passes on one side, then flip the blade. 10 light passes on the other. This isn't grinding, this is sculpting. You're peeling atoms off that edge. After 20 total passes, slide your thumbnail from the spine toward the edge. Feel a tiny hook or snag on one side. That's a burr, that's good. That means steel is moving. Now alternate, 5 passes per side, then 3, then 1. Each time, keep your angle tight and your pressure light. Lick the stone again, don't be shy. Moist stone equals cool steel equals better results. Step 5. Test for sharpness. Hold the blade to the sky. If the edge catches sunlight like a silver thread, you're close. Test cuts. A single sheet of matte paper should fall in half under its own weight. No paper. Try the old school arm hair test. It should whisk off without tugging. No hair? Slice a dry leaf, curl some bark, or nick paracord. If it bites on contact, you're there. If it's still struggling, repeat the light passes. You're not far off. Bonus, axes, machetes, and thick blades. Same song, wider dance. Heavier steel needs a steeper angle, about 25 degrees. Grab the corner of a concrete paver, a curb, or even the edge of a sidewalk slab. Yeah, concrete is brutal, but so is that axe. It can take it 5 firm passes per side. Don't baby it. You want a toothy, aggressive edge. That's what chews through saplings, roots, and Saturday chores. You're not shaving with this, you're surviving with it. Optional insurance. The wallet fix want to be the just-in-case guy? Slip one of these in your wallet. A 600 grit strip of sandpaper, a 3-inch folding diamond hone, a shard of ceramic tile wrapped in duct tape. They weigh nothing. But when your edge dulls and the rocks suck, these little things resuscitate a blade in seconds. The edge is everything. Out here, a sharp knife isn't just a tool. It's a line in the sand between comfort and chaos. Between working smart and bleeding dumb. Between being a liability or being someone people rely on. A sharp edge does more than cut. It builds fire when your hands are numb and the sun's dropping fast. It opens game whittles, stakes, trims cordage, and peels back bark to get to the dry stuff underneath. It cuts calories spent on chores. Cuts seconds off dangerous tasks. Cuts through fear when the pressure's on. More than that, it sharpens you. Sharpening on stone slows you down. Forces presence. You can't fake it, you can't rush it, and you can't outsource it. It's one of the last truly manual skills that connects muscle memory to mental clarity. You listen to steel, feel resistance. Notice your own breath. You're not scrolling. You're not talking. You're doing, with purpose. And when you're done, you've got an edge you can bet your life on, because you made it. In the wild, in the rubble, in the dark, you are your edge. And the guy who knows how to bring steel back to life with nothing but a rock, that's the guy who gets home. So yeah, keep your gadgets, but learn the stone. Because when it's just you, your blade, and whatever's underfoot, that's all the tech you'll need. Reality check. You're now gadget-proof. You don't need a Japanese water stone. You don't need a fancy jig. You don't even need cell service. Wherever there's stone, concrete, or busted brick, you can sharpen a knife sharp enough to trust your life too. Remember the 3 rules. Pick the right stone, tight grain, no glitter. Hold the right angle, 15 to 20 degrees for knives, 25 for choppers. Use the right motion, light, steady, controlled. That's it. Sharp knife, sharper mind. The rest is just reps. Smash that like if you've ever been outsmarted by a rock. Drop a comment. What's the weirdest thing you've ever sharpened on? Cinder block, car window, old dinner plate. I want to hear it. Subscribe for more bushcraft basics and junk-turned-life-saving hacks. Until then, stay sharp, stay ready, and remember, when the grid goes down, your edge is what matters. See you out there.